Hi, I'm Tran. Wherever I go, I love to fly fish, eat local food, and meet interesting people. Come join me on my quest for fish, food, and culture. Like most people, my life has been a journey. That journey began as a young boy on a fishing boat that took me from my homeland of Vietnam to a refugee camp in Hong Kong, until my family was able to settle in the US. As I changed and adapted to my new home, I stayed busy studying, making new friends, and fishing every chance I got. To this day, fishing, meeting new people, and cooking great food are my passions. Many of us struggle to find balance. We have a day job on the one hand and a passion on the other. One you have to struggle to wake up for, another you can't sleep because of. Just so you know, the real me is the guy with the fish. Join me as I cast about and travel across the globe to explore the most colorful and interesting places on Earth. My first adventure takes us 150 miles from Seattle to Neah Bay, a small fishing town and home to the Makah Indian tribe. The Makah are one of the few tribes still living on their ancestral lands, a pristine corner of the world where they continue to cultivate their traditions. In 1999, the Makah received notoriety for exercising their treaty rights and harpooning a whale, leading to scrutiny and criticism by anti-whaling groups and the national media. Now that I've arrived, I'm looking for someone to show me around. I wonder if I'll be welcomed or be seen as one more tourist here to catch a big fish and leave, without even learning about the people who call this place home. Who better to take me around than Micah McCarty, the former chair of the Makah Tribal Council? I reached out to Micah and he was more than happy to be my guide.
I like Pan. This is unbelievable.
Cape Flattery is a dramatic landscape teeming with edible life. What a dream for fishermen and foragers.
Look at all this.
Mussels and sea urchins growing on enormous sea-formed rocks, tidal pools and crevices.
Great evergreen trees hanging from the cliff.
Just standing here, I realize there is an amazing array of seafood at our feet. It's nature's sushi counter straight from the source.
Wow. You're kidding me.
I know. Thank you, Micah. Maybe too fresh. The freshest uni I've ever tasted, very buttery. Definitely needs fish sauce, Vietnamese style with garlic and ginger. Gooseneck barnacles, a traditional Spanish delicacy straight from the source. People pay top dollar for this popular dish in tapas bars in Spain. I think I just ate a sea worm. Since we were in this beautiful and sacred place, I wanted to talk with Micah about what this place meant to him. Your community says this is the beginning of the world. What does that mean?
Well, for an ocean-going people, you look out, the expansive horizon of some of the richest marine territory in the world, really. And when you come back to the beginning of Earth. The cultural diversity of our planet is connected to the biological diversity of the Earth. And there's a traditional ecological knowledge, and the survival of the biodiversity on Earth is interconnected, interdependent. It's a symbiotic relationship that the teachings I was brought up with, the teachings my dad was brought up with, our understanding of this place has scientific value, but it's also tied to who we are.
Micah explains that after thousands of years of building relationships with the natural world and with the protection of a treaty, the tribe wasn't very used to dealing with public opinion, telling them how to live. Even so, Micah sought ways to create third-party validation to help people outside the tribe relate to the Makah's ancient understanding of environmental stewardship.
If I'm too busy fighting the fight in Congress and all over DC and in Olympia, I'm not cultivating the change I want my children to be a part of. You can't save the world and the tribe without taking care of your own house.
Micah highly recommended that I stay at the Apocalypto Motel atop Linda's wood-fired kitchen. run by local macaw fisherman Greg Koufax and his wife, Chef Linda Koufax. I head up to see my room for the weekend. Its decor blends Native American motifs with sleek and modern sensibilities. Intimate moments with Thao. It turns out that Neah Bay is a seasonal hotspot for sports fishermen all around the world who come in search of salmon, lingcod, and halibut. Fishing and tourism are the two thriving industries of Neah Bay. Greg has agreed to take me out to a river to catch my personal favorite steelhead.
What's the best time that you start fishing there?
Micah tells me Greg knows these waters like the back of his hand and could teach a youngin' like me a thing or two. Don't let the fresh face fool you. I've had a fishing pole in my hand all my life. Steelheading is my game. I just hope this old man can keep up. Doesn't matter where I go or where the boat takes me. The water is my home. I'm the master of this house. What? Greg has managed to hook a fish on his very first cast. Okay. Patience. It's just a cutthroat trout, not a steelhead. I'm going to catch a steelhead out there. Somewhere. I'll have to use all my knowledge and instincts to compensate for my lack of experience on this river. After more attempts, I find myself observing more than fishing. But is there still enough time for me to catch a steelhead?
Oh, hell with that stoic shit. I want to jump up and down. Yeah, I got one.
I see Greg down there. He's working behind a log jam, and that's a sign of a seasoned angler, because most guys would just walk right past it, but he knows something from his many days spent out in the water here that most guys don't. That's the benefit of just, a lot of time in the water and great wisdom. Following steelhead berry.
I've seen a lot of guys try to do that and do it that well.
Right in the bucket.
It's nice up here though.
Oh, it's beautiful. They gotta be here though, huh? They're just, maybe they're lockjawed even in the afternoon.
They're not sticking around either.
Oh yeah, they're moving all around, right? Are you peeing, Greg?
No.
You know you can just take your waders off.
No, I'm not.
I wish I could pee like that. I'm kind of parched myself. See? Can't even do it even if I wanted to.
Winter has ended and the spring air is fresh and crisp. Nature begins to bud to life once again, beginning from the river down below to the trees reaching above. It wasn't always as peaceful though. In 1974, a landmark Supreme Court case against Washington State called the Bolt decision caused some violent clashes and increased racial tensions between natives and non-natives when it split fishing rights 50-50. The decision also ensured the ecological preservation of salmon habitat as a result.
If you didn't have that decision, that you wouldn't have these trees here. And that isn't even enough, You need trees like that.
Mm-hmm.
Those great big evergreens. You need all lining all down through here to keep the temperature of this water down during summer. It's all in the environment. People are moving up next to salmon spawning streams, and they need certain things, and you can't mess around with it.
Though I left without a steelhead, I discovered a significant bond between a macaw fisherman and a young Vietnamese immigrant.
That's steelheading.
It sure is. That's fishing.
That's fishing.
After a long day on the river, Greg and I relax and prep some flies in hope of a more productive fishing day in the morning. We get up bright and early for a day of fishing in the salty bay aboard the SS Oh My Goodness.
Okay, Mark, I look forward to fishing with you today. We're gonna have a good time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. How many fish are we gonna catch?
Lots. We're gonna limit out.
Limit out, let's do it. My host for this weekend just informed me that is their 40th wedding anniversary. What's the likelihood of that? And here I get to fish with them. Here comes a groomsman 40 years ago.
No, this is the 24th. This is 24th, the day we were married 40 years ago.
Congratulations. 40th anniversary today. I'm guiding you today, forget it.
I need a chair.
We are off to the sea. The morning is cold, Greg is in good spirits. I'm excited to show him how to fly fish for black bass.
Like a little prawn. So we just moved to around the island. It's kind of windy over there. It's really beautiful. We're in a bunch of kelp beds. I've never seen so much kelp bed in Washington State. Where there's kelp bed, there's sea bass, there's lingcod, salmon. It's very ecologically rich.
As my unlucky streak continues, Linda snags the first catch of the day.
Lady!
It's a lingcod, a bottom-dwelling favorite for fish and chips. 2 hours pass. I know the fish are here. We just can't get to them. The gems of the ocean are elusive. Luckily, Mike arranged for me to meet his dad, John, for words of fishing wisdom. He finds that there's a special relationship with one's spirit and the ocean.
I always have to have a really good feelings between me and my boat and my fish. It could be a beautiful day, but anything can happen, you know. Anything can happen.
Another hour passes and my energy is low. I channel the words of Micah's father John and remind myself to be at peace with my boat, the water, and the fish. Because anything can happen. Our boat is directly over a school of bass. The orange fly is too tempting, and soon the fish are starting to bite. Our patience has paid off.
Black bass. The wind picked up and we got cold really fast, so we're heading in for a warm meal and a hot shower. All in all, a great day. I'm happy, I'm pleased.
While I play sous chef to Linda and help her prepare the day's catch of black bass, I learned more about the woman who captured Greg's heart. Energetic, fun, Linda's open and forthcoming.
When my daughter was 4 years old, my youngest one, I went back to get my first master's. I got my other one 10 years after that.
What was your master in?
Chemical dependency and existential phenomenological therapeutic psychology.
What was that like being a white woman back in those days married to a macaw?
All the macaw women were jealous.
Can you explain that?
Greg was eligible and then he wasn't. Have it here.
Yeah. Sorry. Am I getting
Oh, you getting fish
scale on your
snot all over
side?
me?
Yeah.
You want one? Here's
I'll
one.
skin one. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, cool.
Oh, you want me to do the rest of them?
Well, didn't I do more than you already?
Just like how you caught more fish than me today. You're good.
You know what? Women really don't have to brag. It's men who frame it into their brag.
Well said. I'm learning. Can you tell me a story when you might have just really frustrated a lot of men around you while you were kicking their ass and fishing?
Did Greg tell you that story?
I'm sure there's many stories, but he mentioned something, and I want to hear it from you.
There were guys about your age there, and they were really talking up a storm about how good they were at fishing.
We call that smack talking.
Really?
Yeah.
I came in, found a spot, and I caught my fish. And Greg said when I left, there were a couple of guys who just threw the rods down on the ground and left. They were so disturbed that I had caught my fish and they'd been there all day and didn't catch anything. You know, I don't catch fish. I don't get mad at people who catch fish and I don't. So it has to be a guy thing, right?
I'm beginning to reevaluate this. Really think about it. I'm beginning to reevaluate my behavior.
In the kitchen, my senses are abuzz. Only ingredients with fresh and prepared with such masterful hands could provide such symphony of crackles and sizzles and such a tapestry of colors so deep and vibrant. And the taste? Oh my goodness. And the menu tonight, ozette potatoes, sashimi, fried bass in ginger beer batter, fillets with mango chutney, even the nettle kimchi was tasty. To celebrate the couple's 40th anniversary and their generous hospitality, Kelsey, our producer, baked a chocolate cake.
Happy anniversary, guys!
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Mouth is full.
It feels like a family feast, ending with more stories of wisdom and strife from our patriarch.
Experience our environment, experience our rivers and our straits. The ocean is still out there. That's the next journey. It is a profound place. A place that we as Makah people have defended for thousands of years. Spilled a lot of blood keeping it. So we're very proud of our place. We want to take care of it. We wanted to hand it down to the next generations in reasonably decent shape. So there's something left.
Seal, porpoise, humpback. Items that were customary for a Makah dinner are now illegal. Even Greg and Linda were subjected to searches for seal meat by federal agents.
We actually had federales of the United States government come into our dining room as we were eating. Right here, right in this spot, an old house that we had here.
Three little kids.
3 kids on the table and going through my refrigerator and my freezer, looking for seal meat. Culinary imperialism is a reality. It happens here in the United States.
Why whaling?
Well, because that's who I am and where I come from. I come from a very long line of hereditary whalers. You know, it's a family responsibility to pass that forward. It's an apex of resource, stewardship, and trusteeship, an awareness of 2 worlds. The fundamental teaching of the responsibility to usher a whale into the next world so that those that have been hunted before will accept this new spirit.
If Christianity is a religion of forgiveness, and Judaism is a religion of questioning and finding answers, and if Buddhism is a religion of ending pain, and Islam is a religion of justice, and then Makah religion is a religion to avoid starvation. That's how we fit in, and that's how all of us fit together. And it's all about food.
Henry David Thoreau once said, "Most fishermen spend their entire lives not knowing that it's not the fish that they are after." My time in Neah Bay has been a rich cultural experience. The Makah welcomed me to their community, sharing a wealth of cultural traditions and knowledge of natural resource preservation, a passion for fishing and food. This common bond speaks a universal language that knows no boundaries. This is why I fish.